What is going on, YouTube? It's White here. We did not go yard selling today. It was actually rainy, really bad weather. Me and Fanta have kind of an advantage over everyone else in the country in that we live in a place where it's like 70 degrees during the winter. So yard selling actually picks up during the winter and dies off during the summer, believe it or not, which is the exact opposite of guys like Business 17, where it's really cold and they can only yard sell for like 6 months and then it's like snowed out the rest of the year. So we lucked out, but we did run into some bad weather today. It was actually rainy, very cold, mucky, just overall gross outside. So we decided not to go yard selling and not to go to the swap meet today because neither was going to have anything to look at. No one was going to be doing yard sales. There was probably not going to be any sellers down there. Fortunately, I do have a really cool pickup to show you guys. Long story short, we got the TurboGrafx lot last weekend. If you guys checked out that video, you remember that. And it was finals week for me and Fanta. And needless to say, everyone on YouTube was messaging us trying to get their hands on some piece of that TurboGrafx lot. And there were some really polite, good offers coming in. Guys like Syphic, Lil Ralphie, and 97 Retro Nerd, they were messaging me. Very fair offers, wanting to make a gentleman's trade. But for those three, there was also a handful of guys that were being kind of rude and pushy about it. One guy went as far as to say I ruined his Christmas by not wanting to do a trade with him. So basically, it kind of ended up being a big curse getting that lot, as my camera has a seizure. This camera actually has working audio, but it does have, what is going on? It does have problems with focus, so I'm getting a new camera in about 2 weeks, guys. Long story short, it was finals week for me and Fanta. We decided we didn't want to do anything with the TurboGrafx lot right away because there was too many offers coming in. We just wanted to wait and think about it. And then we got contacted by a local collector, a guy me and Fanta actually know. His name on YouTube is InBowden69. I'll leave a link down below to his channel. And he basically said, look, I got a bunch of stuff to offer. I will come to you, no shipping required, and you can trust me because we actually know, we know him personally. We've met him before. So I said, I'm going to be busy all week. If you can stop by, Wednesday night with whatever you have, we can talk about it. So basically he stopped by and we worked out a trade, basically straight across the table, fair value trade, everything from the TurboGrafx lot for what you're about to see here. Now I have to note that there was about $800 worth of stuff that's not video game related in the trade. I'm not going to show that here. It was hunting and fishing and outdoor type stuff. I'm not going to show any of that here. That's not what this channel is for. But I am going to show you the video games I got, which was absolutely phenomenal. So let's hop into that. I don't know where to start here. I'll start with the big thing. This is really cool, perfect for my collection. That's a complete in-box Super Nintendo. I'm going to get a new shelving unit for my collection, probably in my room, because this one's getting filled up too fast, but this is going to go right on the top. This is absolutely amazing. Very nice condition. Complete in-box Super Nintendo system. And let's hop into some Super Nintendo games here. Really cool game. Played it a lot as a kid, and that's The Lion King. Back in the day, movie license games were actually decent from time to time. This was one of them. Very good platformer. One of the first games I ever played as a kid. Really happy to have this complete in box and pretty much mint condition. Super Mario Kart. Once again, complete in box. The reflection you're seeing is this is like the plastic case over it. So very good condition, complete in box. I like the one on N64 better. I did not like the Super Nintendo Mario Kart a whole lot. This is really cool. Factory sealed Disney's Tarzan. I never played this game. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, to be honest with you guys. The Phil Collins soundtrack was kind of pokey, but needless to say, having a factory sealed game is really cool. And throw in another factory sealed game, Rayman 2. Never played a Rayman game on a Nintendo system, believe it or not, aside from 3DS really recently. Kind of played them on PlayStation 2 a little bit more. But it is cool to have another factory sealed game. And last factory sealed game, Vegas Stakes. One of the most common games. You'll see it everywhere you go. But still cool to have a factory sealed game. Always neat in the collection to have something that no one else has ever opened or played. And here we go, a movie license game I've actually never played. The Jungle Book for Super Nintendo. Once again, complete in-box and really just mint condition. I mean, a lot of these games, I had to compliment InBowden. A lot of these games are just fantastic condition. Very nice. Now we'll get into probably my favorite three games of the lot. Actually, no, but they are in my top five. First one is Donkey Kong Country, complete inbox, absolute mint. As a Super Nintendo collector, I was really happy to get rid of the TurboGrafx stuff in exchange for a bunch of really good Super Nintendo games, because that's the focus of my collection, that and N64 to some extent. Donkey Kong Country 3, we're not going in order here, but still, this is kind of a little bit more beat up than the other games, but still very good condition. My favorite of the Donkey Kong games, number 2. I don't know why I really liked the girl. I thought she was cool. She had the little helicopter hair effect. Really good platforming series. There's not a bad game in here, but I would have to pick Donkey Kong 2 as my favorite of the 3. So we're going to get a little off topic here. There's a lot more games to go into, but we're going to jump into some modern day stuff or newer stuff. Final Fantasy 3 for the Nintendo DS. I prefer the Super Nintendo version over the DS one. Series I've never played before, Pokemon Rescue Team. Or no, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and then the title of the game is Blue Rescue Team. I always played every single core Pokemon title, but I've never played these offshoot games, so I don't know if I'm really bored or on a trip or something, maybe I'll give them a try. And another one here, Explorers of Darkness. Grab a swig of water real quick. A game I can't stop coming across, Mario Kart Double Dash. Always good to pick these up, guys. Even if you have a couple copies of it, always pick it up. It's going to be a $25 trade value down the line somewhere, so it might turn into a game you actually want for your collection. Here's an interesting game, apparently a very desirable game on the Dreamcast, and that's Power Stone. Not in its original box, but a very valuable, sought-after game, so I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty solid game. And me and Fanta are always looking for Dreamcast games because the library is so dry here in Tucson. Phantasy Star Online 3 for the GameCube. Honestly, don't know anything about this series at all. I'm guessing it's actually not online, and that's just in the title for whatever reason. Mario Party 5. I think I have that one. I think I have every Mario Party game, or pretty close to it at this point. This is really cool to have. Zelda Collector's Edition on the GameCube. Basically every Zelda game in a GameCube disc. Really cool to be able to play all of them on my Wii or GameCube if I'm ever too lazy to set up the actual system itself, which I'm not. I always do. Do that like 3 times a week, set up my Super Nintendo. Mario Party 6. These are really cool. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I'm just gonna get them out. Screw it. Mario Party 1, complete inbox. I already put some of these games into my collection, so I forgot about them back there. Mario Party 2, complete inbox. Final Fantasy 7. It's kind of a valuable game. I have a copy back here already. And this is the one with the misprint label. I doubt you guys will be able to see it. I doubt the camera will focus on it. But basically there's a mistyped word, and that makes it more valuable. I'm not going to get into that too much. Very valuable game here. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I have never played a Fire Emblem game outside of Game Boy Advance, but I did play them a lot on the GBA back when they came out in the early 2000s. Pretty good series, I thought. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. And finally, Mario Party 7. So we touched on all of them in the GameCube. One quick lot. Metroid Prime with Metroid Prime Echoes. Looks like a bonus disc. So that's really cool. I was always a Halo guy. Didn't play any first-person shooters on the GameCube. GameCube was more of my platformer RPG system. Really excited to have this. Mario All-Stars. Complete inbox. Again, that's just a plastic seal over it. That's not actually a factory seal or anything. Very good condition. A lot of these games are just, it's crazy that these games are 20 years old and they're in the condition they're in. Super Goals and Ghost. Very challenging platformer. I almost did a trade this week for Demon's Crest, just for one game, but unfortunately this guy in Bowden brought a lot of games to the table, so I had to cancel that other trade. Sorry, Syphic, but I am really excited to get Demon's Crest one day. Really excited to get this too. Majora's Mask, complete inbox, fantastic condition, just absolutely fantastic condition. I liked Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time. Start the debates right now in the comments section if you want to. I'm not going to participate in them, but I liked it more. I didn't think it got the attention it deserved because Ocarina of Time came out first. While we're on the topic of Ocarina of Time, this is the player's choice. So, still cool to have it complete in box and in fairly good condition. Not as good as the other stuff, but not bad. Still going to look really nice on a collection next to Majora's Mask. Favorite game, hands down, of this entire lot right here, Super Metroid. Not only have I been looking for this game a lot recently, I've been looking for it complete in box, and this is just amazing to get this. Literally mint condition. It has the map and everything inside. So just, oh man, I can't even tell you how excited I am. This is going to be the centerpiece of my collection. I wasn't even aware of this, but Metroid is a really valuable game, Super Metroid. That complete in box is easily worth $100. So I was even considering buying it on eBay for a while, and I didn't because, man, they're just asking a pretty ridiculous price for it. This is really cool. Donkey Kong Jams. It's a CD promotional item that probably came out with one of the first Donkey Kong games on the Super Nintendo, and it basically has the Donkey Kong soundtrack. So, really cool offshoot collector's item there, put up somewhere. And a non-complete copy of, what is this called? Vandal Hearts. Never played this on the PlayStation 1. It doesn't have all the discs in there, so I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I'll probably swap it out and use the case for a game I actually need the case for. What do we got here? Mech Warrior 3050. Without the game, just a manual. If you need this manual, contact me and I will ship it to you. If you pay for the couple bucks for shipping, I'll give it to you for free. I don't have the game, so it doesn't do me any good. Let's see, we got Final Fantasy Legend here on the Game Boy. A couple more Final Fantasy games to touch on. Final Fantasy VI. And it looks like Final Fantasy IV on the Game Boy Advance. I'm not a huge fan of games that are just kind of ported over, so I'd rather get the original and get rid of the ones that are on the newer systems, to be honest with you. Final Fantasy Tactic, a game that is infamous in that you play as the villain. I'll let you guys think about that, and I'll let you guys debate about that. But yes, you do play as the bad guy in this game, so enjoy that one. A couple more ports here. Yoshi's Island, complete in box. I will definitely keep this because it is complete in box. Really happy to have that. And another one here, Super Mario World on Game Boy. Again, I'd rather play it on Super Nintendo, but because it's complete in box, it's going to get kept. Two games I'm actually really excited to have, and they are the two Game Boy Color Zelda games. Was really excited to see not one, but both of them thrown into the lot. I will keep these because they are their own original game. So, and they're a very good game at that, actually. They push the Game Boy's power to the limit. It looks like some sort of Lufia game on the Game Boy Advance. Never played the series on Game Boy Advance. I have played them on Super Nintendo a bit. And Chocobo Racing, the little Final Fantasy guys racing. Never played it. I don't know if it'll be as fun as Mario Party, or Mario Kart rather, but we'll see in due time, possibly in a couple weeks. Me and Fanta are done with school, by the way, now, so we're going to be doing a lot more game hunting. Metroid Prime Game Guide, Chrono Cross Game Guide, which is really happy to have that one, and an Animal Crossing Game Guide. Never played the Animal Crossing series. It looked ridiculous. On top of that, Fanta took a couple of these things home to kind of get his collection reworked. He wanted to take them home early before we did the pickup video. That's fine with me. But he did take home a complete in-box, original Nintendo box, a lot like this. It didn't have the Nintendo in it, but it was mint condition. It had all the inserts in it. So he's going to put one of his Nintendos in it, and he's going to have a beautiful thing. He got Super Mario Brothers 3 for the Nintendo, complete in box, mint condition. A factory sealed copy of Dr. Mario, and he got, this is one other thing that came in the trade was Pokemon Stadium, complete in box. I already had that, so Fanta took that home to kind of get his complete in box collection going. But anyway, guys, that is what we had today. Hopefully the sound worked. I'm not sure. I'll see in a minute. And I am out. Me and Fanta will probably be doing a lot more game hunting in the next couple weeks because, again, we're out of school. So we're going to try to get down to the pawn shops, down to the flea market, and as always, do more garage selling. But anyway, guys, I am out. Take care. Have a good one.